You ready to help me out with the social media problem of the day? All right, let's take a look at it together up on the screen. So this gets sent out, and then people answer it on our social media, and then they tune in later on, like right now, and see how they did. So it says, if Mike builds a rectangular patio that is 9 units wide and has a perimeter of 40 units, what is the area? So Haris, when you look at that, what is something that you notice? What gets your attention when you look at that?
The units and the perimeter.
Okay, so perimeter. Do you know what perimeter means?
Yeah, the outside of the area.
Right, so it's the outside, if we wanted to go around the outside of something, right? And the area is all of the space inside of it. Good. So what numbers do you think we need to pay attention to up there?
9 and 40.
Good. And the units just means it can be anything, but we're just going to call it units because it could be millimeters, inches, feet, miles. It could be anything. So it says the patio is 9 units wide, but the perimeter is 40, and it wants to know the area. So how do you think we're going to figure this out?
We could do 9 times 40, I think.
You could, right? That would be a pretty big number, 360, right? As far as now, if it's 9 units on the left-hand side as we're looking at it, what would the units be on the right-hand side?
9 units.
So together that would make
18.
18 units, right? And we know the whole thing going all the way around is 40. So if we have 9 and 9 is 18, can you think in your head what we would have left? If the whole thing is 40 and we have 18 already.
I would think like 20, somewhere in the 20s, like
Right,
22.
exactly, somewhere in the 20s, right? It would be 22, right? Because then 22 and 18 would make 40. Now, if the top and bottom are both going to need to equal up to 22, what do you think either one of those is going to be, either the top or the bottom?
The same thing, larger than the sides.
Okay, so if the top and the bottom make up 22.
I think the top would be like 11.
Yeah, and how did you get 11?
I got 11 because I know 22 divided by 2 is 11.
Perfect, all right. So we know the left and the right is 9 units. The top and the bottom are 11 units because then that gives us our 40 units for the perimeter. So if the measurements are 9 by 11, how do we figure out area with those numbers?
We could do 9 times 11,
We
which
could.
was 99.
Good. And so we see 99 up there, and that's D. But why does it say units with the number 2 up there? Do you know what that little number 2 means?
Squared?
Squared. And what does that represent? Or what does it mean? Can you tell me what that means or what? So if you're multiplying 2 numbers, length times width. All right? So when you're doing multiplying, you're going to get the area. That is the area squared, right? So the number is squared because you're taking the square area of that object. Does that make sense a little bit?
Yeah.
All right. So we know that the units are 9 and 11. So you think 99 is the correct answer, D?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look and see if indeed you are correct. There you go, 99 units squared, dude. Nicely done. First problem out of the way.